So I've got pretty much everything ready, and I'm looking in front of me to see if I can launch, but there's other pilots around, and I'm thinking the window's open, those guys are going to go off in front of me first, and then I can launch. And as I'm thinking that, I can hear some rustling, so I look around and I see there's rustling coming across the slope, and I'm thinking, okay, that's a dust devil. So I asked one of my friends who was sitting up next to me, and before he had enough time to get over to my wingtip and grab it, the dust devil was upon me, and I buried the brakes deep in the hope that it would stay down, but it just plucked my wing, pulled me towards my wing. Wing went up in the air. I went up in the air with it quite strongly, but I do remember a snapshot image of looking at my wing to see what was going on, and seeing my wing in a bit of a unusual, unfamiliar shape, and then also seeing behind my wing the ground, and particularly seeing the bush that's next to me on launch, and thinking, I really hope I land in that bush, because that would break my fall, hopefully. And then the next thing I know it, I feel a thud in my harness, so that's me landing in my harness, and suddenly I'm flying towards the lee with full twist in my harness, in my lines. So the first reaction is to reach up above the twist, and I don't want to untwist so close to the ground, and I want to just fly away from the ground. Jockey's talking to me on the radio, and he's saying, try and come back to the ridge, just turn left and go back onto the ridge. Once I was out in front of the launch, I could hear jockey again saying, look at your twist, practice untwisting, rehearse it in your mind, and then go ahead and do it.
Beautiful. Go back, above the twist. Well done. Hey!
The rest of the flight was fantastic. I broke both my personal best in distance, 78 kilometers, and in flying time. It's the longest flight I've done, particularly in XC, and it was just a fantastic flight with great thermals, great height, and fantastic views.
Wow. Hell. Right, relax Boris, just chill out for a little bit. I thought that was it. I thought I was a f***ing goner.
Because I continued flying, I didn't dwell on the issues. I didn't dwell on that particular incident. In terms of dealing with that situation, I did a lot of ground handling practice in the past, particularly ground handling and doing short hops while still facing the glider with a twist, so I was very familiar with the feeling of untwisting. I learned that I should dive on the glider, I should react myself, I should get on the glider, jump on it, not just bury the brake.